Goeiedag, good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Now, isn't it interesting that the laws that are being passed right now in the South African government under this corrupt gangster ANC state all relate to restricting your freedoms? Now, tonight at 8 p.m. Johannesburg time, I'm talking to advocate Mark Oppenheimer about the new Equity Act and its ramifications on anyone living in South Africa. And this comes hot off the tracks of the laws that are being proposed for firearms, with a gun license not being predicated on self-defense anymore. That's no longer a reason to have a license for a gun. And there are a whole lot of other restrictions that are coming in. For example, the censorship law and the expropriation without compensation, and how they're able to take away your rights on various things that you do, even on the internet. They will just claim it for the state. It's absolutely ridiculous when you consider the complete shambles that South Africa is in today. Financially, when it comes to service delivery, when it comes to health services, when it comes to education, when it comes to the South African police service. I'm running out of fingers, but you get the message. The whole thing is a complete and utter shambles. But guess what they're now doing to actually cover the costs of their theft, their corruption, their absolute incompetence? Well, they're just pushing up the fees and charges, aren't they, on top of everything. I'll tell you what's happening. There are huge concerns over rising electricity and water charges in South Africa amid sliding service quality. So while the fees go up, the service goes down. That makes no sense at all. It's because of the rorting that's going on through the ANC cadres, the family and friends, and of course this corrupted judicial system that is doing nothing about it. Credit Bureau TPN warns that rapidly escalating municipal charges in South Africa does not augur well for the country's economic recovery. It pointed to a direct correlation between the property market and the health of a country's economy. When property prices go up, both consumers and investors feel greater levels of confidence in the economy, it said in a statement on the 17th of June. That was last Thursday. Both the commercial and residential property sectors have a close correlation to business and investor confidence and the economy. And of course, what could hit it harder than threatening to expropriate people's property without compensation, which is on the cards through this corrupt gangster ANC government run by the mafia head Cyril Ramaphosa. Yeah, he's the man running the charge, corrupting and destroying South Africa right now. Make no mistake about it. Anyway, both the commercial and residential property sectors have a close correlation to business and investor confidence and the economy. TPN said that at a time when many people across the country are still feeling the ripple effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, characterized as it was by job losses, growing unemployment and financial insecurity, property owners and tenants in South Africa will be hit hard in the coming months by double-digit escalations in municipal usage charges. As I said, this is complete theft by the ANC cadres. Municipal usage charges are escalating faster than the Consumer Price Index, or CPI, said TPN Chief Executive Officer Michelle Dickens. The quality of municipal services, however, shows a corresponding deterioration. Last year, the Office of the Auditor General reported that only 20 of South Africa's 257 municipalities received clean audits for the 2018-2019 financial year. According to data released by the South African Cities Network, or SACN, municipal charges are accounting for a growing proportion of household income. The average municipal bill ranges from 1,425 Rand for lower income households to 6,119 Rand for higher income householders. Electricity charges account for the largest proportion of each bill at between 42.3 and 54.7%. Water is the second biggest cost, ranging from 16.7% to 28.2% of each municipal bill, TPN said. Both electricity and water will see further price increases from mid-year when municipalities announce their new annual tariff structures. Eskom's 15% price hike became effective in April this year after the North Gauteng High Court ordered that an amount of 10 billion Rand be added to Eskom's allowable revenue to be recovered from tariff customers in the 2021-2022 financial year. The cost of municipal water is expected to rise by more than inflation this year at between 6 and 10%. The increase in the cost of refuse removal and sanitation is also expected to be above inflation this year as municipalities try to mitigate their pandemic-related losses, said Dickens. These escalating costs are not only impacting property owners, but also tenants, given that in recent years, municipal usage charges, even for sectional title properties, have increasingly been passed on to property tenants, with new lease agreements now typically including itemized charges, she said. The affordable rental market will be particularly hard hit by these growing charges, she added, explaining that it is going to be hard to pass a 300 Rand sewage charge onto tenants who are paying rentals in the region of 4,000 Rand a month. According to the Municipal Property Rates Act, property rates should be commensurate with the extra cost of providing local government services so that ratepayers are not unnecessarily overburdened. However, said Dickens, in reality escalating municipal rates have not been accompanied by a simultaneous improvement in services. Inaccurate municipal invoices and interest charges on these invoices are exacerbating the challenges faced by property owners and their tenants. Dickens said, although there is recourse available for property owners when they are presented with incorrect municipal invoices, problems are not easily rectified, and the onus is on the consumer to provide prove that the invoice is incorrect and not on the municipality. In previous years, rental escalations, which are typically in line with inflation, have come under pressure as a result of low GDP. The COVID-19 pandemic exacerbated the situation, given that most people's incomes have not grown in the past year, with the result that rental increases have been very low. In some instances, said Dickens, escalations have even morphed into negative escalations. Persistent load shedding and the inability of many municipalities to restore power after load shedding due to faulty infrastructure is adding to the frustrations of property owners and tenants. Dickens said, unfortunately, rapidly escalating municipal charges, coupled with the rising cost of electricity and even the increased cost of private security, is making property occupancy increasingly costly, particularly for low-income earners, which does not augur well for the country's much-needed economic recovery. Dickens went on to say, when a household is spending a growing proportion of their monthly income on housing, the municipal charges, and there is less disposable income available to be spent on consumer goods, which in turn impacts GDP. At the same time, these growing costs will have a negative impact on commercial property owners. In the long term, these runaway charges will affect the property sector's ability to be sustainable. Now, you would think that this is an issue that the ANC government would be concentrating on. But no, they're concentrating on restricting your freedoms, taking away your freedoms, criminalizing your past freedoms. This is what this communist, corrupt, gangster ANC government are doing right now, instead of actually addressing the real financial issues that are going to destroy South Africa's economy. Please remember to subscribe to Loving Life on YouTube to be kept informed. Please remember to register on lovinglifetv.com, the platform we are transitioning to. Please remember to like this video. Please remember to share this video. And above all, please stay safe. Bye for now.